In a moment that electrified not just a nation but the world itself, India carved its name into the chronicles of space exploration. On a historic day, August 2023, India's Chandrayaan-3 mission accomplished what had once seemed distant, a soft landing on the moon's enigmatic South Pole, a region shrouded in perpetual shadow and endless questions. It wasn't just a technical triumph. It was a statement. A vivid declaration that humanity's exploration of the cosmos would no longer be led by a few, but by many. India had arrived, not merely as a participant in the space race, but as a pioneer, stepping boldly into territories that even seasoned space agencies had yet to conquer. Yet while Chandrayaan-3's success ignited celebration across continents, it also sparked a flurry of new scientific puzzles. Renowned theoretical physicist Dr. Michio Kaku himself would later remark that what Chandrayaan-3 uncovered could one day force us to rewrite our understanding of the moon, and perhaps even the ancient story of our solar system. So what exactly did Chandrayaan-3 find in that silent, frozen landscape? And more intriguingly, what didn't it find? Let's journey back and piece together the story of this groundbreaking mission, a tale of ambition, ingenuity, and the eternal human thirst to uncover the unknown. The dawn of a new era, Chandrayaan-3's launch and ambitions on July 14, 2023, beneath the gleaming sky at Sriharikota's Satish Dhawan Space Center, a rocket thundered to life. Carrying with it hopes, dreams, and decades of scientific labor, India's launch vehicle Mark III, LVM-3, bore Chandrayaan-3 toward the heavens. This was no ordinary mission. It represented a national aspiration years in the making, built upon lessons learned from Chandrayaan-1, which discovered water molecules on the moon's surface in 2008, and Chandrayaan-2, whose near miss in 2019 served as a sobering reminder of spaceflight's unforgiving nature. India's eyes were set on one of the most tantalizing and treacherous places in our celestial neighborhood, the moon's South Pole, a frozen realm, locked in darkness for billions of years, suspected to conceal treasures of incalculable value. Unlike the sun-baked equatorial plains where Apollo astronauts once bounced and planted flags, the moon's southern latitudes are home to craters so deep that sunlight has never pierced their floors. Temperatures there plummet to beyond -230 degrees Celsius, colder than even Pluto's surface. Scientists have long theorized that these eternally dark craters could trap vast reserves of ancient water ice, an essential ingredient for future lunar bases, human survival, and deep space exploration. In short, to understand the South Pole was to unlock the moon's greatest secrets, and perhaps secure the future of humanity beyond Earth. Chandrayaan-3's design, simplicity, elegance, and unwavering focus. Unlike larger missions with sprawling objectives, Chandrayaan-3 had a focused ambition: land safely. Study the South Pole terrain. Seek evidence of water ice. Every design choice reflected that razor-sharp clarity. The mission was divided into three critical components. Among the most iconic elements of the Chandrayaan-3 mission was Pragyan, a six-wheeled, solar-powered rover, delicately engineered to roam the unfamiliar, time-worn surface of the moon. Its name, drawn from Sanskrit, meant wisdom, a tribute not just to ancient Indian philosophy, but to humanity's eternal quest for knowledge among the stars. Pragyan was no towering, behemoth machine. It was small, compact enough to be cradled within the land of Vikram, yet mighty in spirit. With a body sculpted for resilience and wheels designed to navigate the unpredictable, powdery terrain, Pragyan carried an intelligence that belied its modest form. But time was never on Pragyan's side. Unlike missions designed to weather months or years of alien environments, Chandrayaan-3 was meticulously crafted for a narrow window of opportunity, just one lunar day, approximately 14 Earth days of sunlight. Once the icy grasp of the lunar night fell, bringing temperatures as cold as -230 degrees Celsius, the delicate instruments would freeze, their mission forever complete. The team at the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, knew the stakes. They knew that every second would be precious. And so, from the very beginning, Pragyan was designed for efficiency, simplicity, and brilliance. Engineering genius on a modest budget in a world where space missions often carry price tags rivaling national budgets, Chandrayaan-3 stood as a quiet but powerful rebuttal. Great dreams do not require extravagant wealth. Built on a lean budget of approximately $75 million, Chandrayaan-3 showcased the power of ingenuity, focus, and determination. ISRO's engineers did not have the luxury of excess, but in that very limitation, they found inspiration. Every component, every wire, every line of code was optimized for maximum impact with minimal waste. The spacecraft carried a suite of state-of-the-art scientific instruments, compact, efficient, and capable of performing complex tasks. Among its capabilities were the ability to analyze surface composition, detect seismic tremors, and measure the thermal behavior of the Moon's soil. No instrument was carried merely for show. Every piece had a mission. Every moment would count. For Pragyan and Vikram, survival and success depended not on sheer size or spectacle, but on precision, preparation, and the unyielding drive to reach beyond Earth. Touchdown, a defining moment in human history. August 23, 2023. A day that would echo through the corridors of history. All across India, and indeed across the world, millions held their breath as the final moments of descent played out on screens and in hearts. In the Mission Control Center at ISRO, scientists, engineers, and dreamers stood at the brink of a moment decades in the making. The Vikram lander, having navigated the harsh realities of lunar orbit and the razor-thin margin for error during descent, made its final approach. The world seemed to pause. Then, with a grace that belied the dangers of its journey, Vikram gently touched down on the rugged plains near the Moon's south pole, a place never before conquered by human hands or machines. In an instant, the room at ISRO exploded with emotion, cheers erupted, fists were raised in triumph, and tears flowed freely, the pure, overwhelming outpouring of generations who had dared to dream, and now saw their dreams become reality. India had done it. It had become the fourth nation ever, after the Soviet Union, the United States, and China, to achieve a soft landing on the Moon. But even more astonishing, it was the first to land near the mysterious, eternally shadowed South Pole, a place of secrets and possibility. It wasn't just a technological achievement. It was a